Hey guys, and welcome back to the Grimsby Town Grimsby to Glory FIFA 21 save Season 2. If you haven't seen the finale to Season 1, even though it wasn't supposed to be a finale, please go ahead and watch that. What a great episode it was, as today, I'm not going to tell you what happened until you actually have to see it. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to show you right now. We've got a pre-season tournament, but we have our first game today as well, as we are in League 1. Yes, Fleetwood Town away from home is the first game against the Seasiders, which we are ourselves. We've got Sunderland, Duralque, I think that is, and then it's FCSM in the pre-season tournament, as I have done a lot off-screen, not played games, of course, and simulated days, but scouted players, looked for players. There's a lot of free agents as well, as also I need to address the press conference thing that I did in the last video. I didn't really think it through. The way I make videos, it would not be in this video because I don't record in night time. So the comments from last episode will be on tomorrow's video, if that makes any sense at all. So it's going to have to be comments, miss a day, I address them. And speaking of addressing things, let's go and have a look what we've got to do this season. So we have the squad right here. Player rating should be going up anytime soon with the promotion. So Jackson Jr. hopefully goes up. Danny Rose has gone down though. And this is just the overall squad. So we've got Gibson, who's back from his loan. We've got Cite Toure going out on loan to Huddersfield for 2 years. Don't understand that, but if you haven't seen the last one, that was announced there. We've got Martin, who's back, 65 rated, but I don't know if he'll stay back. We've got the rest of the squad. We've got new boys coming in as well. We've got the academy that I want to go through, and we have the transfer hub. But before any of that, we have 3.55 million to spend, so that's what I am just telling you right now. The money, which is a lot for Grimsby. I did not expect us to have that much, as we have the, of course, objective. So youth development is the same from last year. We need to play a youth academy player in 50% of the games. So I think that's going to be Cruikshank or Akpan. Probably Cruikshank because he's closer to 60 rated, a left winger. Although we've got to watch out for Martin and Williams grabbing his place with 10 wins in the league. Hopefully we do that. We've got 23 or 4 last year. We've got no continental success needed. Domestic success, we've got to fight for promotion and then get into the FA Cup round of 32, which we didn't do. I kind of want to focus on other trophies as well, like the Papa John's, which we almost got close to a semi-final in last year, and the Carabao, which got knocked straight away, because I think that it might be easier than the FA Cup. And financial, 13.5 million in 2 seasons from youth players. Hopefully we can do that next year, because I don't see us doing it this one. And speaking of us youth players, I have already spent a bit of money, as you could see there. We have sent a scout out, the Italian one who we bought last time and couldn't pay, and then we sacked the middle one for 10k. So I'm going to go out and get a better scout. Ivan Petrov is this one's name, so I'll get him 3 and 2. I just went for the one that looked like it was 100k, and I think it was. Hopefully I haven't gone wrong already. As we're going to put him in Northern Ireland and send him out for 9 months. But I also need to address the academy that's happened. I plan in the long term to get a full academy team, like goalkeepers, full defence and all that in this little slot here, but for the time being, that's probably not going to happen with the scouts that we've got. They don't really get many players. So I am actually going to poach the players and not build them up. So Angus Macmillan, I want to take and promote to the senior team. I'll get him put on the loan list. And Jude Mitchell from England looks a good one. So they are the 2 players coming in. And I'm going to put them on the loan list. But speaking of the loan list, we have Ollie Battersby who's on it. Joey Hope, he really needs to grow, I think. It's not going to be good enough staying at 56 rated. We've got Idahan on that as well. I'm going to actually accept loan to buys, I think, for these players, but hopefully just rely on them not buying them. We'll put Mitchell out on loan. Buckley I have, just because I'm thinking he might want to get some game time. He's not going to play as much, with Spokes going up in rating as well and being younger, like 9 years younger, and only 1 rating below. We've got Cruikshank on the loan list. Haven't done anything with Martin. Wouldn't mind if an offer came in for him. Tilly's on the loan list, but again, wouldn't mind a transfer for him. He's actually left Grimsby in real life now. Akpan's on the loan list. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to keep Gibson here as a 3rd choice, and Toure's going out. Oh, and that was a mouthful already. As we're finally going to sim the first day. We've got a lot of money to spend. I've scouted a lot of players. I can't scout any more at the moment, but of course I will keep taking suggestions, as scouts are very busy. On free agents as well, a lot of players are free agents this year. And speaking of free agents, not speaking about Toure or Holmes, I'm speaking about these guys. Ryan Tunnicliffe comes in from Luton. A lot of you guys told me that this is a bit unrealistic, or people have told me face to face, but then again, I don't really think it is, because Luton have got relegated to our league from the Championship. So we'll actually play them this season. So it's basically making a move across. It's just experience gained for us. He wasn't playing at Luton. As the other one is Ash Taylor from Aberdeen. I think he's aging. He was at Northampton, so got experience in this league as well. I think they are two magnificent signings, as these are the loan players. So Buckley actually wanted to go out on loan. Glad we agree. And Akpan, I think, is doing the same. So thank you. And he actually said he's not really enjoying his game time here, which is a bit shocking. I didn't expect him to come back and say that, as I'm going to rotate this team a lot, I think, for this game. I'm going to get the two new boys on the bench, which is Tunnicliffe and Taylor. I'm actually going to put Rose in this team as well, because I want to see how he can do. Of course, aging now, but still, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was the best player last season. Williams for Martin, because I want to see how Martin does. And Akpan, I want to get in the shot window before Cruikshank. So Akpan's going to start this one with McEwen in the goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale, Doig, Ash Taylor not coming straight in, with Rose, Hewitt and Clifton. Akpan, Jackson Jr. now 64 rated, just like I said, and Martin on the left wing, hoping for a win against this this side that I really don't know where they're from. Apologies. It is Dunkerque. It's in the European International, so it must be in Europe. As can we get a win to start off our tenure, get a bit more money in this league, and we do. Pierre with the late goal for them, but it's Martin with a brace to get the goals from us. Back from his loan deal, and possibly with a ban. Did not expect that from the guy who signed from Norwich, who I thought was really going to be a revelation. Didn't turn out to be at all at the start, but he's got goals. And I think it's about time I did show you the more free agents there, the transfer hub. And you'll see how many free agents are on this one right now. A lot that are probably unrealistic Championship players. Josh McEachran, for example, released from Birmingham. What a signing that would be if you could get him in CDM. Got J-Rock Grot from Leeds. He would be really decent. We've got full-back suggestions, centre-back, Darnell Johnson, Krichko, who we looked at before. Strikers, Benica Fobe, one of them. I think he'll stay in the Championship. Adebayo, the same, or Boyeo from Barnsley. Barnsley mates will get onto me for that. As Brian, Craig Clay from Crawley, who also won the playoffs, even though we put them in the playoffs in the last game of last season. Sorry about that, Crawley Town. As they have unfortunately got up, so they won't be angry with us much. Craig Clay there, Matty James, Marvin Johnson, Henry Lansbury, Nick Powell, and Danny Rowe from Oldham, who scored quite a few goals against us last season. But of course, like I said, you might see a lot of them aren't scouted at the minute, because scouts are really hard to get ready right now. I might get some more on board. I actually might do that. I think that's the move to make straight away, as we've got an offer in for Joey Hope from Östersunds. Good team in Sweden. Think I'm going to accept it. And I actually heard in a another video, I think I was watching a tutorial, that if you delegate loans, they're more likely to happen. So I'm going to delegate just a loan, not a loan to buy. If that doesn't work in the comeback, I will put the loan to buy on, as I do want to keep this somewhat realistic, of course, keeping Grimsby Town players. But I'm going to scout, or buy some scouts, should I say. So I'm going to get, hopefully, 3 1-star scouts. That would be very helpful at the moment. So I've got a Spanish one, an Irish one, and I don't care. I don't care how long it takes. As long as we've got players getting scouted, I'm going to leave them available, because, of course, I'm going to put them on free players and see how they can do. So we have got a couple of them players going out to be scouted, hunted down by our scouts. As the next game is Sunderland. The Black Cats going to be in our league next season, although that is the truth. I am not going to play a strong team against them. I'm going to play an ex-player against them though. Battersby in goal. Hendry, Taylor, Nightingale and Hope. See how Nightingale does with captain's armband instead of James McEwen. With Buckley, Hewitt and Spokes. I haven't played him as much as I probably should do. This is his chance to shine. If not, maybe a loan deal's good for him, with Tilly, who I think's just lost his place in the squad, Cruikshank, and Lafferty, the ex-Sunderland striker. I think he got released from him in this career mode, or maybe you were already released. I don't know, as let's try and get a victory. It's going to be a difficult ask, of course it is, with the team that we've put out, but still, let's go for it, boys. Let's just not sit back, as it's a 1-1 draw. I will take that against them, and it's the ex-player haunting them. No cards, no substitutions, just Lafferty scoring 2 against his old club, or should I say 1, and a missed penalty. As we've got this delegated thing, I think we might be going through in the thing. Hey, they have accepted it, Östersund, so it does work. it does work delegating it looks like, because Joey Hope is hopefully off to Ostersund's. And again, I want to keep this realistic. I know Ostersund's isn't the best place to send players when you're trying to be realistic, but I think it kind of is a little bit, because they do have a couple of English players over there in, I think it's Sweden, as we'll definitely try and get this one through as well. Bolton wanting Battersby, give him a bit of game time. Delegate that though, I don't want to sell him. I think Bolton's a great place for him to go. As before this next game, let's try and get some business done, shall we? We can't hold off forever. Let's go to the transfer hub now. I know a lot of players are taking ages to get scouted, but we've got to go ahead and pull the trigger on some of them. And I think the first one might be this guy. He wants a high wage, just Ross Millen, 6 rated. I don't know where he's come from or been released from. I am going to try and approach him though. Josh McEachran, I do want to go for as well, but I'm scared about his wage, so I'm going to try and cover the whole squad, get a lot of players in before I go for one big one. And even though I've said that, I don't want to get tens and thousands of players in. I want to get like 6 or 7, I think, with a couple of lone players going out, as we'll try and get this guy in rotational though. You're not getting an important role. Oh dear, and he wants an important role. I'll promise him it, but kind of not as well, if you get what I mean. I do want Hendry to stay and be the starting right back. I want to get this guy as a left back though, trained up as well. That won't be a bad shout, I don't think. As the wage, well, he's going to have to take a wage cut, definitely, to come to Grimsby. He's going to have to take under a bit. 2k is a lot for him. So I'll remove that bonus. I'll take it to 1.9. I can see why players want more now we're a league above. And he accepts that. Okay, that's a good deal. Okay, we've got the right back in. And whilst we're at that, I'm going to try and get Greenwood in on loan. This striker is from Leeds United, 19-year-old, 62. He hit the ground running, I think, in like youth level for Arsenal, and now he's at Leeds, of course. I don't want to pay loads on his of course, what's his name? Wage. Don't know why that didn't click in my head. I am not going to be trying to sign him on afterwards, I don't think, unless he turns out good. We'll get a short term as well, because I don't know if I want to bring a striker in. Although they want to give me a long-term 1 year. Okay, I'll accept it anyway. And 5k is a lot to be paying for one player in this league who's going to sit on the bench. I will offer that. I don't want to go 50-50 with your Leeds. I'll offer that. That's the highest paid player in a league, and they won't accept it. Okay, we won't take Greenwood. I mean, he's just a poor man's Mason anyway. Sorry, Leeds fans, as we are going to try and go in for... Shall we go in for another one? No, let's leave it now for more scout reports. As we get a scout offer for Moore Taylor and Richard Everton. We get a big offer. A big offer. George Williams from Rayo Vallecano. Maybe a little unrealistic. I'm going to try and get more money out of them though. And I don't mind selling him. Martin's impressed me. Cruikshank, I want to give game time. This is when I'm going to negotiate. Also, this money could do a lot for us going forward. So, I'm going to try and squeeze 1.5 out of them with a sell-on clause. If they reject it, fair enough. He can stay here, but I think he'll want to move on. He's had a really good season with us. We need money. He needs a not a better team, but a good team to go and play football for. They won't raise it. I mean, it's a really good offer anyway. 1 million for a player at Grimsby Town, which isn't that Harper guy that we had on the first episode. I think it's good. So they're not going to accept that. They're not going to boost it up as well, but we will accept it. George Williams, who isn't the biggest fan favourite at Grimsby anyway. We do like him at Grimsby, or I do especially, but he's not like the big fan favourite that we're not scared to let go of, so I will try and let him go. And it's finally, maybe not even finally, onto the last game of the group stage, with Battersby in goal again. I'm going to trust him to get game time before he goes out. With Millen, the right back we've just signed, starting, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig, so it's a completely different defence apart from Pollock to the usual Grimsby. Buckley, Hartigan and Tunnicliffe's completely different to Grimsby in real life as well. With Scannell, who's unhappy. Wouldn't mind getting rid of him, to be honest with you, because we've got Max Wright and Akpan. With Gibson up front and Cruikshank. I still don't know if we need another striker. I think a backup keeper is maybe a must this season. Not in this episode, maybe next one, because that's something you get with leftover money, in a backup keeper. You don't go and spend all your money on a backup keeper. As his Battersby going, he is, but he's going to play this game first. And I don't think a clean sheet would be that bad for him departing Grimsby on loan. Can he get it though? He doesn't. We are nilled instead. It's Kabuni and Kitala with the goals in a very weak team, so I don't mind them getting the result. I think that draw elsewhere that Sunderland have just got means that we do go through though and get a bit more money, which is very nice. I don't see us spending millions this year. Oh, no, we don't go through. Never mind, we don't go through. It's like I was saying just then, though. I don't see us spending loads and loads and loads. Maybe we'll put more into the scouts and everything if we have it left over. But I do want to get more signings done. I just want to get scouts that are actually quick as well. As this player, I really want to get him. Max Thompson, we're going to try and get him on loan. 19-year-old, 63 rated from Burnley, so he might take a lower wage. Grimsby do get a lot of Burnley players on loan as well. There he is, Graffle throat himself, Sean Dyche. As we'll try and get him on basic terms. I don't think he'd want to stay at Grimsby, but then again, it's the best team in the world, or soon will be, as we'll try and get him on a 1 year. Yes, they accept. I've changed my manager player face as well, if you haven't noticed. I will offer this guy over 2k a wage, although they want us to pay more. 50-50 Sean Dyche. Now shake your hand, because this guy's 63 rated at 19. Could be a good prospect. And get game time with us. And Dyche agrees. Great player. That saves us money going out and buying a striker, I think. We haven't had a loan player that we've necessarily used in the last season, and until now this season, as Williams has gone out as well. That's more money into the thing. Oh, goodbye Williams, thank you for your efforts. 11 goals, 10 assists last season. As Joey Hope's gone out as well. Unfortunately, Max Thomas has turned us down already. Damn it, I thought that was Battersby then. It's a good job it wasn't. And I think increasing the squad is something I desperately want to do. There's a load of centre-backs around 20 to 25-year-old, which are decent ratings. But this guy I think is the best of the bunch. Darnell Johnson was at Wigan last season on loan. I think his wage is good. I think he's a good player and a solid one if we could get him in. So Darnell Johnson hopefully will be the fourth signing, or second if you discount the pre-contracts in Tunnicliffe and Ash Taylor. Another centre-back. We love our centre-backs down at Grimsby. I was thinking about a 3 at the back as well, but I won't go for it, as this guy hopefully will be the replacement for Arnson once he leaves, because he's getting very old. I'll keep that bonus on as well. 5 clean sheets I really want, and hopefully this spurs him on to get him. So Darnell Johnson joins town. And hey, we need to address his defence. I think all positions really now are addressed, although I would like to get some more players in and out on loan, as Fleetwood Town want Akpan, the team that we are going to play today, want our youth right winger. Again, I'm going to negotiate. I want to keep him here, but I don't know if that'll satisfy the board, letting him go out on loan. I don't think he will, actually, with the wages on, but still, I'll let him go if he goes. And this is it. This is the time that we should be making signings now. We've got a bit of a gap before this first game against Fleetwood, which will be the one and only game that we actually play. I was hoping would have gone further in pre-season, but if not, I think I'm going to get more scouts in if, well, the scouts don't get back in time, but they have done now. Is there offers in here? There is. James Tilley with a loan to buy. I think a loan to buy is the best thing for this guy, as the loan offer is accepted from Fleetwood. I'll get him out, but the loan to buy is right here. I don't want to get rid of the buy. And I didn't check what team it was. Was it, I think it was Kayaspor from the Turkish league. Accept that straight away. They want a 1 year loan. Yes, you can have that. Wage split. Yeah, I'll pay £600 for Tilley. I mean, I don't think he's worth that at the moment, but then again, I'll pay, no offence to the player in real life, of course, as we want a bit more than that. That's low as, or below his evaluation. 600k would be good for James Tilley, and they will accept that. I think we've got a couple of loan reports back just in time. Great time to get them. Need these keepers back, though, as I do want to go in for another loan player. Mateos Bogus from Leeds. We haven't had really a forward midfielder. I know we've got a lot of midfielders at the squad right now, so it's maybe a bit of a bad thing to get this guy, but then again, I don't think he's going to be pressing to play unless he does, and then they can recall him. That's fine, as Mateos Bogus is that forward player that I think we could get. Tunnicliffe's a bit more defensively. Hartigan, Clifton, Hewitt, of course, was a right back, so he's definitely more defensively, so we'll get him on basic terms from Leeds United. Don't think he plays in real life as well. It maybe comes off the bench a bit, as they want a 1 year loan. I wanted to give that anyway. I must have not done, as they do want a high wage, though. That's maybe putting me off. I am only going to pay 20%. If we don't agree on that, Leeds United, I'm going to have to. I'll go in for his partner instead, Alfie McClamont. This guy's on the loan list as well. I would be willing to pay around 2k of wages for this guy, although I think we could get a bit less than that, so I'll offer the same thing. Oh, but they want me to pay high wages again. Please let me just pay 25%. It's worth it. And I'm not going to be doing that, Leeds United. Alfie McClamont's going to not go in again. I think it's just trying to put me towards towards the guy right at the top of the list, who I had my eye on anyway, Josh McEachran. I could have got him at the same time as Tunnicliffe. I thought 3 pre-season, pre-contract arrivals would be a bit unrealistic. He is injury prone as well. J-Rock Grot's another one to get in as a striker. But then again, we've just got Max Thompson. Oh, no, we haven't actually. He rejected us, so we haven't. But the next player I think I want to get in is this guy, Jamie Murphy, released from Rangers, I think. It looks like they're in Rangers kit. Him and Greg Stewart. I think I'm going to pass on Stewart, though, because we don't really need an old striker. We've got Lafferty there. So Jamie Murphy. I mean, we've got Martin and Cruikshank, but then again, losing Williams is a big blow, and I think we need someone to fill that void. So, how about it, Murphy? I'm going to have to offer him a crucial. He's too good not to be. I want to get him as a left wing as well. He's got a player face. Love to see that. 2 years on the contract length, yes. It's going to be the wage that puts us down, though, because I don't want to be paying him 6k. I want to be paying him around 4-ish. And I don't know if I'd accept that straight away. We're going to go for 4.4. That's the highest of any player. I am going to add a bonus as well. Appearances. If he makes 20, he can have 80 grand. I think that's a lot of money. Please accept that, Murphy, as they want to negotiate. At least it isn't the wage that's changing, though. Signing and appearance fee, I will accept. Jamie Murphy comes down from Scotland to join the Mariners as the highest rated player. And we've actually got an offer in for Luke Hendry as well now. This is a guy who signed a contract I could sell. He wasn't the best player last season. You can tell the defence were bad, but he's one I want to keep here. He's a vice-captain in real life. He's made plenty of appearances. He signed to the club after a loan because he liked it here, I'm guessing. He's a big member of the squad who I don't want to lose. And as Tilly goes out, we've got a lot of scout reports back. You love to see it and you love to hear it, as we will go ahead and try and look for some more players. Got a lot of players that I have put on the list who I haven't actually scouted just yet, so I stuttered a bit there. This is a guy I want to get in though, David Boateng. We've just lost Joey Hope. We've got 1 left back, need 2. And we are just clenching all these free agent players up. I love it. I think I'm going to offer him a rotation. They'll probably want important, won't we? Yes, of course. Everyone wants important at little old Grimsby, but they're not going to be important. He's going to be a backup. 4 years. You signed here now, mate. You've signed away your soul, even though you're not going to be important. As disregard that, that's a good wage. That's good clean sheets, because he's not going to be playing 20 games, I don't think. He's a backup, and we've got the backup in. Boateng. And that is a lot of signings in one go. We've still got a lot of players here, of course, so we've got 3 that are still there, but I've scouted all the rest of them now. I do want that backup keeper in, maybe today actually, because of course we've got his first game and we just could do that right now. We've got so much money at the club. Tilly's gone out now. Akpan's gone out on loan. We're freeing up wages, and maybe it's time I give most of my first team as a wage increase. We're already here, because I do want to keep the bulk of the squad here. However, I'm not going to do that right now, of course. We're going into this first game of the season. I don't want to guarantee everyone's future when we have our first game. I'm talking about the McEwens, the Cliftons, the Hendrys. As we get a monthly scouting report, I'll have a look at this right here. Do we get any decent players in it? Or is it the normal one? No, that's awful. And after a long and hard think, and just putting all the development plans on, this is going to be the hands-on team that we play for the first game of the season in League One. The first time we've been a League One team in ages, as James McEwen, of course, regains his throne in between the sticks. Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig. Going to trust the defence of last season, even though that's the worst thing I could do. I'm going to do it because I love Pollock. I can't switch him out for Taylor just yet. He's a great player. With Clifton sitting deeper, it takes him down a rating, but I think Hartigan scores more goals, so he's going to sit in front with Hewitt. Tunnicliffe does not get straight into this squad. There you go, Harry Clifton right there. With Wrighty, Max Wright, who's played great on that wing. Jackson Jr. up front, and Martin, because of them appearances he made in pre-season. He's gone up as well whilst he's been on loan. Maybe he's turned a corner. You never know. As the bench is Cruikshank. Murphy's on it. He's training to be a left wing. I think he'd be better there. Lafferty is going down, of course. Taylor. Rose is still on that bench, though, even though he's retiring and not that high rated, because I trust him. As we've got the new boys still in the reserves, they're going to have to stake a place in the team. We're going to try and get players out on loan as well. That Mitchell and Macmillan, they definitely need to go out on loan. As here we go. First game as a League One team away at Fleetwood Town. So, yeah, this is the big game. It's Grimsby versus Fleetwood. We're in the league above now. you can see the stadium is actually bigger. We've still got old Blundell Park rocking about, which of course isn't going to be rocking today. It's out of bounds. As they've got El Shenawi in the net, Harrison Holgate, Sam Stubbs, Luke Offord, Danny Andrews, an ex-Grimsby player, got our player of the season one year. Coots, Finlay, Smith, Duffy and Morris with Paddy Madden up front. He's replaced the Henderson who went to Salford, who are now in this league with us. As you've already seen our team, don't need to see it again. The only thing you need to see from this team is it winning. Here we go. It already seems a lot quicker in this division. Don't know the name of these stadiums as well, so you're going to have to bear with me with those, as Harry Clifton has it in the middle. Gives it forward to Jackson Jr. Maybe we need another striker, although I'm trusting this guy. He was a backup last year, and if he gets injured, we're in a bit of deep trouble. So yeah, maybe a striker is what we need to go from. Preferably pay for one from the league below, because there's no real good free agent strikers. As here they come forward again, it's Duffy dominating the game of Fleetwood Town. As they're going forward now through that gap, it's Duffy. It's a great turn, and it's already 1-0 to Fleetwood. Under 10 minutes in the new division, and we have already leaked our first goal. I think we'll leak a lot more than that, though. Yep, Duffy with it. Duffy with it, and it's not a good start to our League 1 campaign. Great turn, though, and it's not one of those League 2 goals, so it's just bumbling all around the box. It's a really good finish. And like last year, we started off with a defeat. We could start off with a defeat again, but then again build on from it. But that is actually a big blow. I thought this season could have been different. We start quite good. We're fighting for promotion this year. These have got Akpan as well. I wonder if he comes off the bench. It would be unrealistic, because of course you can't play against your current team. As Pollock, that's a bit off. It's now Anthony Hartigan with the ball, though. He's an expensive player. We could sell on for quite a bit. As Martin's first involvement since he's come back from his loan. Can he put a good ball in? He can! It's a great ball! It's a great header from Hewitt! But it's a great save from El Shenwi in the net. We had a chance to level it there, as it's now Smith going all the way back. That's a bad pass, though. Jackson Jr. What are you trying, Jackson Jr.? Come on! I mean, you surprised me last season. Hopefully you don't surprise me badly this season. It's Paddy Madden with the ball. He tries to cut back. No chance. This is not, and I mean not, a good performance from us. It must be about 90% possession to Fleetwood. Literally, the only times we've had the ball, it's been on cameras. Martin's making a good run down that wing, though. Oh my days. Max Wright, make a run. Jackson Jr. in the middle. Martin's deliver straight away. Jackson Jr. is off the post. And it's a huge chance to get level in Fleetwood. We've still got the ball, though. Martin's playing a blinder here as he gives it into Hewitt. Across to Max Wright. And Wright does level it. Oh my days, we don't deserve it. I'll be the first to say that. We do not deserve to be level, but Max Wright, Grimsby through and through, gets our first goal in the league above. And that, my friends, is why Scannell is in the reserves for now. Martin as well. He had a shocker last year, but he started his League 1 campaign very well. Maybe it wasn't good enough for League 2, but good enough for League 1. Some players do that. You can see Toure playing at Huddersfield now in the league above this. Maybe he's good, as I cannot believe that we are level despite all the odds against us. And are we going to get the half-time whistle, or is it going to be a chance for them? It looks like a chance for them. Morris into Coots. Coots trying to go. That could have been a penalty. Still going. Doig with a great block. It's Madden back in to Coots. It's back to Madden, boys, please. We're deep into stoppage time of the first half, as that's going to be a corner. They're going to be able to take it. I can't take it. I'm moving in my seat now, so it's going to be Morris to deliver. Jackson Jr., that's yours. Oh my days, it isn't, as it falls through to McEwen. Now blasted up the field, and that is the half-time whistle. 1-1. We don't deserve it. I'll say that again. It's been all Fleetwood here, as you expect it to be. Opening day at their place, you expect it against a team that's just come up. But we've done okay for ourselves. You can see Hartigan's a bit tired. I am going to probably put Tunnicliffe on right now, just to see how he is. Murphy I do want to put on, but Martin's having a blinder so far. And Max Wright, of course, has scored the goal, so he'll have to wait for his first appearance. And Fleetwood, of course, picking up where they left off. I thought Tunnicliffe might have changed this a bit. Come on, Tunnicliffe, I want you to get stuck in. As Duffy with the ball forward. Nightingale easily intercepts. It's a good ball. Not a good ball, actually, forward, but we do get a free kick. It's going to be Doig to pick up on it. Get it down that line. Doig into Martin. Come on, impress me again with your twinkle toes. He's going to go all the way. Give it to Hewitt. Good ball. He's going to keep on running, his Martin, and he's going to score, his Martin. Murphy might not play at all in this team, our crucial highest rated player, because Josh Martin is back off his loan, and we've done what Carlisle did to us last season at the start of the season. We did not lead, they led, but then again, We've turned it round 2-1 now, and it's great. Although we did bottle last time 3-2. Don't talk about that, as it's Martin finally kicking off the season right, which he did not do last year at all, with 2 goals and putting us in the lead. Honestly, great start to our fight for promotion that the board want. You can see it's been all Fleetwood, almost 60% possession. I play with little possession, but not this little. As it is now Ira Jackson Jr. on the ball, who finds Max Wright. Martin could be on for something else here. It's a great cross, and oh my days, you've been good all game. This is your game, but that is not a good shot. And it is Camps now on the ball in the middle. Looks out to the man who Doig should be marking. Great tackle. I really think we'll lose that left back at some point, because he is so good for this division. Even not League 2, like this division that we're in right now. As Coots has the ball though. It's a good ball forward. Good save, McEwen. And I think I am going to take Martin off. I have put the sub in for Murphy. I want to see how he is. Of course, he hasn't played in pre-season as well. So he hasn't had pre-season, needs to get fitter. I'm not going to take Max Wright off as well, because he needs fitness as well. Martin seems content with it, as we actually need to block these, or we might not get a chance ourselves. It's good, and it's 2-2. It's a great finish. It's a great finish. It's squared, and it's only what they deserve. Just please don't let it happen. Carlisle, like I said earlier, we went 2-1 up. They went 1-0 up. We went 2-1 up. They went 3-2 up. Don't let this be 3-2 to them, as it was actually Camps. I'm not too butthurt though. A draw here on the opening day would be really good. It's only Martin's masterclass that's actually got us to where we are now with the 2 goals. If it weren't for him, it would have been 2-0, because it's been utter domination. And it is Camps on the ball. Is he a sub? Because he started dominating the game. As it's Madden. They're going back now. Bloody hell. He's named after a basketball game, as it's Madden with the ball again. Over the top to Camps, who's got right side. Great save, McEwen. And Fleetwood are piling on the pressure late on. I'm going to put Rose on, who is actually trained as a CDM now, because I'm training Clifton now, but of course he's not there yet. So Danny Rose, please. You were the best player last season, and get rid of that. And we have had our chances. Been very good counter-attacking wise, I think, as that's a ball into Jackson Jr. Just doing what we really did last year, counter-attacking football. And if that's going to carry us to the championship, hopefully it does. But I don't know about promotion this year, honestly. It's going to be a 2-2 draw here if it ends up that way, although there's still added time. And as long as we don't bottle it like we did against Carlisle, I will be fine with that. It's Murphy coming forward. Murphy. And are we going to be the team to nick this? I mean, we've got no man on this side. No, we have. It's Max Wright. And Max Wright has got the angle. Oh, and he's fully blasted it. That was a good shot, but just always rising. We had the chances to win it. We were second best, but again, we had shots. So a 2-2, I think, is the deserved result. It should have been 1-1, not 2-2, as Matt Duffy had a blinder for them, Josh Martin for us, an even game, and the points are split. And I think that is a great point to end the episode out at, as we've got players thanking for the appearances. We should have loans coming back, scouts, coming back. Hopefully we can get some loans in. I want to get some loans from maybe the Prem or Championship in the next episode, as I do feel like the squad needs just a bit more quality. Not depth now. Next episode, we don't go for depth like Tunnicliffe and Taylor. We go for quality like Murphy and Martin is, even though we just didn't sign Martin. He was already here. We want to go for high-rated players. I don't know if we'll get any 70 rateds, but we can hope. As unfortunately, guys, this is the end of this bumper season starter episode. Thank you guys for tuning into this. It means the world as well. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode. Get them suggestions in, and I will see you all in the next episode, where we carry on with loads more games and of course the transfer window. In a bit, peace.